Anybody hit any potholes on the way here? These potholes are crazy. I injured my sphincter on one of these potholes. I don't know why I do this, but I'm driving, I'm about to hit a pothole, and I just tighten it up. Anybody else just tighten up their sphincter, and there's like 139 of them between my house and here, so 139 times and I sprained it. I sprained my sphincter. It's like a high ankle sprain. Is that possible? Is there a doctor in the house that can confirm the process for fixing the sphincter issue that I'm having? You know, is it like a cast, or is it like a boot sticking on my ass that my friends can sign? And you know what's really hard? Anybody here have to hear their single parent dating stories? One clap. You've heard them. Mike has heard them. Yeah, I hate hearing those stories. I remember my mom coming home, and she worked at like Lowe's, and she'd come home and be like, Daryl, the forklift driver, asked me to Applebee's again, and I shut his ass down. Good for you, Mom. Good for you. I'm glad your standards are so unwavering amidst Daryl, the mulleted forklift driver's advances. Your standards are so high. When I was 21, my mom, when she was 45, got engaged to an 18-year-old. That's right. I was the older man. It was kind of awkward because he had to ask me for permission to marry her. I was like, I mean, if you got your schoolwork done, fine. Just go ahead. In fact, I congratulate him. I said, here's a 20. Go see a movie with your friends. Good. Yeah, I don't understand fraternities, man. Like, I asked a friend at college, I was like, why are you in a fraternity? Like, what's good about being in a fraternity? And he's like, well, it looks good on a job resume. I was like, does it? Does it really? I imagine working at a bank and interviewing somebody, be like, oh, okay, cool. All right, I see that you're a Kappa Sig, that's great. Hey, let me ask you a question. How does butt-chugging beer at a hazing ritual make you a good candidate to be a teller at my bank? You mind explaining that to me? Yeah, don't let your sunglasses fly away. I'm glad you wore the croquis to the interview. Yeah. Yeah, Sperry's and salmon pants. This is the bank. I think we need to clean up reality television. We really do. Reality television's a mess. We need to consolidate some of these shows. Right? Someone in the back agrees. We need to consolidate some of these shows. I was thinking we could combine the Biggest Loser and The Bachelor. Like The Biggest Bachelor. You know? Instead of handing out roses, it's like a weight loss competition. You know? Guys like, Vanessa, I'm falling for you. I didn't believe in love at first sight till I met you. Now let's get back here and weigh you. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I've got kids, and I took my kids to the zoo. We take our kids to the zoo frequently, and you learn pretty quickly that it's not the animals that are the spectacle at the zoo, it's the people. It's the people. Like and you see all of them before you get into the zoo. Like we were walking, and there was this couple, and the husband and the wife, they had all their kids, and they were both like over 500 pounds. And they had one motorized cart between the two of them. They were sharing a buggy. And they would get like 5 feet, and one would start hacking up a lug and yelling at the other one to get on the buggy, like, it's my turn, get on the buggy, Jim. And they would just keep doing this, and we got way ahead, and they had kids, and they would start yelling at the kids, like, and I had to turn around to make sure they didn't scarf one of them down, Get out of the way, I don't want to run over you in the parking lot. Get off the buggy. And I saw another family too. We were walking in, and there was this family over here, and this woman was smoking cigarettes, and she had a t-shirt on that said, "Training Tiny Disciples for Christ." Just pounding cigarettes. 15 kids were in the whole time. Not even in the zoo. And I saw an incision on her throat that looked like maybe she had a voice box. And I'll be damned, she had a voice box. She's like, no, get away from the pond. I don't want you to get eaten by an alligator. No, if your dad was here, he'd kick your ass. I can't wait to see how those tiny disciples turn out. Christ would be proud.